What's good, people? Kai Storm in the building. New review for That One Voice Revised Edition. New reasons to get this book. Thank you for joining my channel today for my unpopular opinion. But of course, I got to tell you about my book because I got to get you to buy my book. Yes, indeed. Hit me up. Get yourself an autographed copy. $15. The purchase information will be in the description. Now let's get to the review.
You know, shit, I don't care who be in my views. I'm posting what I want to post.
My movement after here is to go down the block over there.
Basically, yeah. All right, people. Yes, it's noisy outside, and Real Housewives of Atlanta picking up the peaches. An explosive fight leaves Bond shaky as Drew battles to steady the group. Drew is going to steady the group? What the fuck is you talking about? Chat. Hi, Storm in the building. How you doing? How's everything going? Yes, happy Sunday leads to a prosperous week with a noisy background from New York City. You know what I'm saying? Brook of the Lynn. How's everything going? Hope all is well. Like and subscribe. We gonna keep it going. Fuck the noise. We like and subscribe. Keep it cute in the comments. Check out my book, That One Voice Revised Edition, and definitely check out my channel sponsor, check out my channel sponsor, bougiestoner.co, for all your elevated needs. Yes, and we're about to get into Real Housewives of Atlanta picking up the peaches. Yes. Oh, and definitely check out the channels I'm attached to, especially Motherhood, Sex, Marijuana. We just did. Well, it was our third episode of season 11. Yes, indeed. And yes, because I have my other channel open and accessible to that, subscribe to that channel too. Definitely. So we pick up where we left off last week. Yes, please. I love it when they pick up where we left off last week, where Kelly was putting the glass up in Portia's face, telling her that she fucking all the Nigerians in Atlanta. And of course, Portia's answer was, bitch, you fucking that married man, you fucking that married Nigerian. And she's pumping the narrative that she knows about it. And Phaedra knows who he is too, and Phaedra knows what she's talking about. Now, you could look at it as that could be true because Phaedra knows about it, or you could look at it as Phaedra co-sign whatever freaking Frack do because it's a freaking Frack production. I'm just saying. That's one thing. And then then there's a section where we talking to K. Michelle and all the energy she directing at Drew. Now, I don't like Drew, so I ain't never going. I mean, whatever the fuck is being directed as Drew is whatever the fuck is being directed at Drew. I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, because there's a lot of, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of, tea being spilled outside of the show. We know that, you know what I'm saying, K. Michelle automatically got a problem with Portia because she ain't really want to be brought on the show with Portia. She's bringing up old beef that don't make a motherfucking sense, trying to, talk about, bringing up shit because Portia says something. You want to bring up Mano, and nobody ain't even thinking about Mano and shit. And it's like, you know what I mean? My unpopular opinion, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? K. Michelle doing a lot. K. Michelle is just doing a lot. And it's like, you know what I mean? And then whoever the fuck Kelly is fucking, I mean, Last time I checked, but then again, Kelly is still riding on the coattails that Portia fucking another man. Like, she's literally, that's her whole storyline. So it's like, or fucking a married man, or fucked a married man, or took away somebody's somebody's husband. And that's literally been her whole storyline. So it's like, Kelly, you need to look at yourself. You need to really look at yourself. You beefing with Portia. But Portia is your whole storyline. Like, Portia is your whole storyline. On one end, you got Portia saying, listen, I'm trying to be your friend. I wasn't beefing with you. I don't have no beef with you. And if you had beef with me, you could have just talked to me directly. Like, you live down the street from me. What's all this extra fucking performance and shit? Which, not for nothing, when you put together the outside of the show tweets and all of that shit, we didn't, like, K. Michelle, you really, 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 really didn't have to go this route and I heard that the reason why, I guess the assumption was that the reason why it's being going this route is to inflate the numbers to get more people interested. Listen, it is what it is. People, whoever watch. Whoever don't watch. But whatever the fuck you doing, I don't see that up in the numbers. I don't see it as up in the fucking numbers. Forgot to mention that, yes, ladies got to leave with some to-go plates. You know what I'm saying? K. Michelle left in the car with Pinky, and they discussing it, and Portia left to finish her dinner with Angela and Phaedra, and it's like everybody's trying to figure out like what was the extra, and it's like, we all know that, like I said, Kelly is whole. Even from last season, she started with talking about Portia and what Portia did in order to have a storyline. Like, her life ain't really, really exciting. Nobody give a fuck about what the fuck is going on. This next scene is Shamia visiting her family, talking about everything that's going on. And especially with the first of all, talking about the ladies and talking about how she's feeling like she's the one that's being put out of the group, and she doesn't know why. But on a side note, when we hear about how you're on the Shade Room and you're on all these different podcasts, and you're doing interviews and you're talking shit about the ladies, why would you not be on the outs, Shamia? They done called you Shamina in these streets, like Shamina. You wouldn't be getting called Shamina if you wasn't out here in these streets wilding. But I digress. But yes, also while she talking about that, she also talking about, her journey and the eggs not taken, and she was excited, but now she's not getting excited, and you know what I'm saying, and she's doing all these projects, and you know what I'm saying, and husband still want his son, and husband is looking at her like, bitch, I'm on the show just to show you that I'm willing to do something you want me to do, so you better do what the fuck I want you to do, is give me a motherfucking son. So she's getting emotional about it because she'll know, you know what I'm saying, what if it don't happen, then I don't know what to do. Listen, either way, it seemed to me like you wait the time that you wasting being in other people's business and talking shit and jumping on all these talk shows to talk shit outside of the show about the people on the show. Maybe you should be using that time to get your husband that son. I don't know. Ellie, this is where I side eye you again and continuously from the last season when you first got on this show in the first place. Because again, why the fuck do you give a fuck about what's going on with Portia and who she fucking and who husband she took? Like, why did you develop this as your one and only fucking storyline? Like, why do you hang on the strings of Portia's pum pum so tightly that you ain't got time nor energy to tell your own fucking story, bitch? Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. You talking shit about you was mad that she put your finger in your... Because first of all, she's here. She's at Phaedra's house apologizing for her behavior and talking about that. The reason why she got mad, and it all stemmed from Portia putting her finger in her face. Portia wouldn't have put her finger in your face if you didn't automatically say that she was fucking all the Nigerians in Africa, because her pum pum activity ain't got shit to do with your pum pum activity. Last time I checked, I'm just saying. Last time I checked, but go on, girl. That's the only leg you got to stand on this fucking show. You literally getting fucking clout from Portia's pum pum. Like, Kelly, you are seriously developing clout. Like, your whole fucking storyline from last fucking season when you were first introduced is Portia's pum pum. Like, girl, find you some life. I don't forget nothing. You feel me? I want to make sure and jump in when I see some shit that need to be talked about. So, Pinky, we move into a scene where Pinky's daughter is 4 years old. She's doing a photo shoot. Looks like for a cute little clothing line. Cute as hell. Angela shows up with her daughter, and I guess she's getting some pictures in too. I don't know if she's part of the photo shoot. But then Cynthia shows up, and Cynthia takes pictures with Pinky's daughter, you know, giving her some, you know, model direction and whatnot. And now we talking back what happened with Phaedra House and what happened at Phaedra House and whatnot. Cause Cynthia wasn't there. Was Cynthia there? I don't think Cynthia was there. But either way, Cynthia getting the lowdown right now. Cynthia getting a whole breakdown all the way down to the finger waving in the face and Kelly talking shit about who fucking who, child. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. And that's right. Cynthia was there, but she had to leave early because she had a flight. Yeah, she had somewhere to go. I remember that. The group also talks about Shamia and, you know, what's going on with her and Angela and the disconnects and, you know what I mean, and the possibility of Portia, you know, connecting with K. Michelle and possibly fixing that disconnect. I think all this beef is just being riled up just so that the storyline keeps going. Like, seriously. Because why else would, you know, especially when K. Michelle was talking in coded shit. Like, this shit is a storyline that just needs to keep going. That's it. So apparently Kelly is at the dentist and she's getting a $7,000 smile. Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at her teeth. She looked fine, but apparently she needs a $7,000 smile. And maybe I'm getting that number wrong. Either way, but she said apparently $7,000 ain't nothing because she spent $200,000 on the divorce. And we also talked about the boyfriend, the boyfriend whose name is Jarvis, and he sent her flowers and a chain with the kid's picture on it. And apparently Shamia was there, and her and Shamia was wearing the same outfit, so all of a sudden they besties, and Shamia is dry humping motherfucking Kelly on camera, which also points to the fact that as I was watching one of the bloggers that I watched, there's some, you know, there might be some, you know, some tea, you know, some secret tea that needs to be spilled about Shamia. Needs to be spilled about Shamia because Shamia, you know what I'm saying, because Portia happens to know, you know what I'm saying, that she might like to, you know, lick a few things. I'm just saying she might like to lick a few things or have a few things licked by women. Just a few things licked by women. Yes, indeed. Okay, what the fuck is going on here? What the fuck is going on here? Stop tape moment. Immediately stop tape moment. because we have a scene where we're talking to Drew and Drew's team. She's introducing them to her new assistant that I guess is going to help her get movies and shit. And we start breaking down what all these people do, because it's like fucking 10, 15 people is sitting right here. And and you know what I'm saying, one does her hair, one does her makeup, one does her clothes, you know what I'm saying, one is her driver / assistant, and then we got other motherfuckers, I don't know, it's just a whole bunch of people that, and everybody got a job, and apparently she pays them, no matter what people say, she pays them, everybody get paid. And now, next thing you know, we're having an argument about who is professional, who is lazy, who is doing their job correctly, and it's a going back and forth, and Drew is just sitting there looking. My thing is this: if you are the fucking boss, you supposed to be able to get up and be like, hold on, I'm gonna let y'all talk, but as soon as it get disrespectful, we gonna shut this the fuck up, and we gonna set some fucking boundaries. Like, she's just sitting there, just letting it rock, and I guess the idea of it sitting there letting it rock is for TV, so that, you know, we have some commentary, because why the fuck would we be looking at all these people in the first place if there wasn't any commentary? But at the same time, it's like, if you're the boss, then why the fuck are you just sitting there listening? Why the fuck is you just sitting there listening? In this next scene, we got Cynthia, Portia, K. Michelle, and Pinky. And apparently, according to motherfucking K. Michelle, she is going to play cordial because... you know what I'm saying? Because Portia bigger than her, and she could beat her ass. So she said, "Fuck it, I'ma just go ahead and be quiet and play cordial." And because right before, once they sat down, they looked outside and they noticed that it was thunder and raining outside. She figured that was a sign from God for her to just be the bigger person and just chill out. Be the bigger person and just chill the fuck out. Now, on one hand, Portia and K. Michelle got a little understanding as far as, you know what I'm saying, as far as, you know, not hearing each other because, you know, because K. Michelle developed an impression about Portia based on the first scene with Kelly. And Portia's response to that was like, bitch, fuck that. I was just getting my lick back, because at the end of the day, that bitch is on her knees for a married man, and she keep talking about me. Like, she came on the show talking about me, which is true. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, because while they was having this conversation, Cynthia and Pinky was away from the table, so when they came back to the table, Pinky asked, yo, so did y'all get the whole scheming thing handled in the first place? And then Portia was like, yeah, we never even talked about that. Like, girl, like, let's talk about this, because I ain't scheming against you for nothing. Fuck out of here. And then K. Michelle was like, yo, listen, the fact is that I'm standing on business. Motherfucking Drew is trying to connect me with her dude, and she shouldn't be trying to connect me with her dude. You know what I'm saying? And then at the top of that, Portia and me, we dated the same dude, and at the end of the day, you should have said something about that. So that's another thing. Then another thing, you bring in the fact that you said when you was checking out the shellfish, you said this vagina is clean and this vagina had a scent. As far as I'm concerned, you bringing up that whole shit that Mano said, and which sounds again ridiculous, because nobody, and I do mean nobody, was thinking about motherfucking Mano. Nobody was thinking about motherfucking Mano. But apparently, K. Michelle is standing on business when it comes to this fuck shit. Then here, and then when you circle it all back, cause K. Michelle circle it all back down, back to Drew, because I think that in her mind or in the producers meeting with her, that they decided to do all this circling to go all the way back to her arguing with Drew. Because from the beginning, before K. Michelle was even on this show, she was arguing with Drew. She was dissing Drew from the jump, and I ain't mad at her for it because I don't like Drew. But this is all circling back to Drew. Looks like they ended the episode with this conversation that's going to happen between Angela and Shamia. Let's get into it. Like I said, they ended the episode with this conversation between Shamia and Angela that turns into a big ass argument where, you know what I'm saying, Angela, where Shamia is telling her, you need to get it together with your real estate because you losing money. And Shamia and Angela's telling her, you need to stay your ass out the streets. My husband see you out every time he out, he see you out. And then Shamia's like, well, shit, you need to keep him at home. Why the fuck is he out with me? And shit, with your Sasquatch big ass feet and big ass hands. And Angela's like, shit, go buy a new ass because that ass is lopsided. And it's like they going back and forth arguing, and Angela even said that shit. I came to actually eat the kebabs that homegirl was offering, because the waitress literally kept coming in and interrupting their argument every 2 seconds. Because I guess homegirl wanted to be part of the argument still, to be honest with you. But the argument ended up where Shamia left, you know what I'm saying, and Angela's still sitting there. And then of course we seeing episodes of next episode where, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be some drinking going on and arguing between her and Dennis and of course her girlfriend and K. Michelle gonna be bucking up at motherfucking Drew. It look like shit. Listen, it look, and then Angela gonna be talking divorce. It look like some shit gonna be going on. They gonna be having some kind of girls trip, and ooh, what the hell is this? It's looking weird, but it definitely looks like some buck up situations between motherfucking K. Michelle and Drew. But then there's this weird ass situation with some green robes and everybody's got their face covered. I don't get it. I don't know. But just do and understand that I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna bring my unpopular opinion. We're gonna find out what's going on, and we're gonna definitely be here talking about it. Like and subscribe. Be real careful in these comments, because I damn sure will report and block. And yes, check out bougiestoner.co. And yes, check out That One Voice Revised Edition. Whether you buy the digital copy or the autographed copy, support is support. See you next time. I got an unpopular opinion.